In April 2021, India signed up to buy 30 MQ-9 Reaper drones from an American company, General Atomics. The cost of each MQ-9 Reaper drone is around $100 million. The American Air Force operates another surveillance monster drone called the RQ-4 Global Hawk. This drone costs an upwards of $220 million. While we talk about millions of dollars of drone technology, Turkish drones like the Bayraktar TB2 cost just between $1 million to $2 million only. At the first glance, the Bayraktar might be discarded as nothing, but the Turkish army has shown the world the power of these low-cost drones. But how can there be so much difference in the pricing? Let's explore. When you consider some of the important specs of the two drones, the MQ Reaper beats the Bayraktar squarely, except for endurance. But everything changes when you consider the actual achievements of the two drones. While the MQ Reaper has been used mainly for surveillance and terror operations, the Bayraktar has proven itself in three major wars. So how did Turkey achieve this feat? Turkey already had been at war with the Kurdish militant separatist movement, the PKK, who were hiding out in the mountainous southeast of the country for over 10 years. The Turkish army was finding it difficult to track down the rebels in the mountains. So in 1996, Turkey purchased its first unarmed US drones. The drones would hover in air for hours to pinpoint the PKK fighters' precise location, after which a F-16 fighter jet would be sent in to launch an attack. But again and again, by the time the F-16s had arrived at the site, 20 minutes later, the target had already disappeared. Turkey then tried to buy armed drones from Israel, which also did not work out well. It was at this point that Turkey decided to manufacture its own drones. In Turkey, there are two main industries for drones. They are the Turkish aerospace industry, which is a government-owned company, and Baykar Makina, a private company founded in 2007 by Selçuk Bayraktar, a graduate from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, New York. In 2009, Selçuk Bayraktar won a contract for the production and the sale of the armed drone, the Bayraktar TB2. He imported high-tech parts that his company couldn't produce themselves, such as engines and sensors. Many of these parts had dual use, as it could be used for both civilian or military applications, and were therefore not subjected to export restrictions. In late 2015, the TB2 had its first successful test, carrying a Turkish precision-guided missile. From nearly 5,000 meters up, it hit a target 8 kilometers away, accurate to within 2 square meters. Almost immediately, the drones were deployed for their original purpose: intelligence gathering, surveillance, and targeted strike against the PKK fighters. Unlike the US and Israel, Turkey deploys drones not only against rebels, but also in war against armies of other countries. Turkey's new drones were to see their first war in the late February 2020 in Syria, when the Syrian army, with the Russian air support, wanted to stage a decisive strike on the last rebel-controlled Syrian province of Idlib. The Turkish drone fleet attacked relentlessly day and night. The war turned decisively in Turkey's favor, forcing Syria to surrender Idlib. In a few days' time, 2,557 Syrian soldiers were killed. In addition to this, 135 tanks, 8 helicopters, dozens of howitzers, 2 drones, 2 jet fighters, and 5 anti-aircraft systems were destroyed. Another war victory for Turkey came in June in Libya. By the end of July, Libyan General Khalifa Haftar was occupying most of Libya and was on the verge of taking over Tripoli, the capital. Tripoli was in the hands of internationally recognized government of Faiz al-Sarraj. Turkish drones came to Sarraj's help, and within a week, Haftar's forces were driven back. The late September 2020 saw war number 3. This time it was in the Caucasus. Armenia and Azerbaijan were locked in the dispute over a region called Nagorno-Karabakh. While Armenia was supported by Russia, Azerbaijan allied closely with the Turks. The war began on 27 September. Within 44 days, Azerbaijan, with the help of Turkish drones, destroyed $1 billion worth of military equipment and acquired large areas of land which they had lost in the earlier war. The war ended with a ceasefire agreement and Azerbaijan declared victory. So why is Bayraktar TB2 so effective? The TB2 is first of all very small. It is half the size of other drones. The TB2 has a wingspan of only 12 meters and a length of only 6.5 meters. Due to its small size, the enemy radar is not effective at identifying it, and secondly, the TB2 uses composite materials that absorb radar rays. Thirdly, it has a slow cruise speed of 130 km per hour. Most of the radar systems are designed to detect fast-moving jets. Some radars have mistakenly identified the TB2 to a flock of birds. Most of the radar systems used by Turkey's adversaries are legacy Soviet systems, and moreover the newer ones are also not designed to identify smaller and slow-moving drones like the TB2. The next advantage of the TB2 is its weaponry. The TB2 carries a medium-range anti-tank missile called the Roketsan. It weighs only 22 kgs and the TB2 can easily carry 4 of these within its payload range of 150 kgs. It has a range of 8 km, which is more than its competitor missile range. This means that the TB2 can drop its missile and escape without getting shot. This missile is credited to have destroyed millions of dollars of military equipment. The TB2 is well designed to withstand electromagnetic jamming. This is probably a defining feature of the TB2. The Turkish army deploys an indigenous EMP jammer called the Coral. The Coral is a land-based transportable electronic warfare system developed to jam and deceive hostile radars of the enemy nations. While Coral jams the radars, the TB2 is free to pick its targets. So a combination of brilliant features, war tactics and low cost has put the Turkish drones at the top of the world of innovation. This is a classic example of self-reliance and innovative thinking which other countries should emulate. Thanks for watching.